Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We're doing a cattle move this morning onto a new farm, and we're gonna get a couple good moves out of this. They actually these farms fasten onto each other, so we just is simply open a gate and building a short lane through the timber to get into the pasture. So this is a deer hunter owned property, and we've had this one leased for a little while. It didn't have any fence on it and no water. And so we built a pond up here on the hill. The landowner and I did. And it's not a big pond. It's a very small pond. But it's deep. It's got 12 foot of water in it. And we run a wire around it to keep the cattle out of it so they don't muck it all up. And I stocked it. We had a, what was that? We had a cow. I just heard a thump. There was a cow tried to go across that bridge. It's slick. I don't think she'll do that again. This is an old, great big timbers under that bridge, and that's just plywood laid on top. But a cow got on that for just a minute, and she decided to turn around and go back. We usually tie a ribbon on that just to keep that from happening, but I just thought there's no way a cow would get on that. But I guess one did. They're looking at it like, no, we don't want to go across that. This is a pretty nice little field out here. This is a big blue stem mixed with a whole bunch of other stuff, including sumac bushes. There's a few blackberries out here. It's just there's some clover, fescue, orchard grass. But one of the primary grasses is big blue. There's some timothy in here. There's some wildflowers in here. Here's the big blue right there. It's pretty much mixed all in here. So I would say it's about 70% big blue stem. There's another one tried it. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! What it did is, when that one tried it, it was such a thunderous noise, they all turned around and ran back the other way. Woo! Yeah! 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 Woo! Got a reverse cattle drive there. Woo! Yeah! 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 Yeah. That's my bad, cows. I should have tied a ribbon on that. I think I'm going to do that right now. I've got a reel here. It looks like that path is so straight with that bridge. Woo! That they come down that hill, and there's one or two that just can't they just can't help themselves. Here they come back. Woo! I'm just going to tie a ribbon around here. Boy, it is slick. I mean, it's slick, slick, slick. I'm going to shut this down just a minute, so hold on, folks. I'm going to be back in just a second. I got to tie this ribbon up. Okay, fixed. Won't do that anymore. Well, I mean, this thing's slick. I can't imagine walking on it with a cloven hoof. We got some rain last night, and it's just slick as a button. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! This is a beautiful area down in here. There's a ton of deer and turkey back in here too. When we leased this farm, the guy was brush hogging it, and said he was spending about $500 a year on brush hogging. And I told him we would brush hog it. At that time, I didn't own a tractor or a brush hog. Today we do, but in those days I used these brush hogs, the four-legged ones. And so he said, "Well, Greg, I don't have any fence." I'm like, "We can take care of that." And so we put a one-wire fence around this farm, the grazing part of it. We don't let them back in the really deep, thick timber. It's got a wire around it. That's the beauty of having your cattle broke to high tensile fence. Electric is, you know, on a farm like this, there's no traffic. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It borders us on, let's see, two sides, and we're across the road from it as well. So I guess you might say three. It's pretty handy just to be able to run one wire, and we just don't have animals get out. Now, part of that is we're moving them. We're moving these animals quickly, and by moving them quickly, they don't look for a place to get out. Well, that's a pretty sight up through there. Nice foggy morning. Just a beautiful morning to be a cow and a calf. Yeah! I hear Isaac and Ben back there. But one of the things I guess is really nice about just having one wire is it does allow you to open up your grazing to where you have more area accessible to you. Okay, looks like the boys gave me a thumbs up.
A bunch of those cows got stuck up in that corner. They're just sitting there looking towards down here, and I had to get them out.
I'll tell you what happened down here. We didn't. I didn't think about tying a ribbon across that bridge.
Yeah. I saw there's some
slipping going on.
It freaked them out. I was right here, and I came and go, thud, and he landed, and he's trying to get on his feet, and I don't know, he finally made it back to bank, and the other cows just took off running back toward you all.
Oh, we didn't even see them.
You didn't see them? Well, you weren't in here yet, but there's like 50 of them just took off running. It freaked them out. It made a loud noise. But yeah, that was, did you, there was no new ones in there this morning then?
I thought we could tell.
Okay, good deal. Oh boy, they're
gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful big blue stem in here, just the right height.
Sounds like a little calf got lost.
Yeah, well, a few cows went up that way. There's 195. Yep.
She woke him up. We were walking, had the mods, and all of a sudden he hears little calf
behind me.
He was behind. She'd been bellering, and she got him.
Oh, she got him up and he came. Cool. I saw the new one come through. Yeah, from yesterday. There's the calf that was turned around. Comes another one.
I saw 85.
Yeah.
That's 85's mother. Yeah. Well, the sun's coming up. We're gonna get all this dew and fog melted off here in a little bit. And this is what we call the bottom paddock. And we're gonna go up and set up the top paddock, which is up around the home site, and get that all ready for tonight. So we'll be in here just today and hit this pretty good. And you know, the cows won't eat this sumac very well. And so to keep it from taking over, I usually try and come here once a year and knock this stuff back. If you don't, the sumac will be 8 feet tall, and it's going to crowd out our forages. But I'm not going to come here and mow this, especially in front of the cows, because you just be mowing down on this beautiful, beautiful big blue stem. This is the time to get big blue. It's about 2 foot tall. Big blue will get 6 to 7 feet tall. The problem with it, when it gets that tall, is it's not very palatable. And the cows just don't eat it very well. But right here, folks, this is like giving them candy. It's all in here. Look at that. Tonight, this is going to look a whole lot different. There's spider webs all in here. Okay, now this is the first big blue stem I've seen that actually got tall enough that put a seed head on. Just one plant right there. Look at that. That thing is tall. I'm 5'10" and it's a foot over my head. So that seed head's probably around 7 feet. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. It is a native warm season grass, the big blue is, and it kicks when it gets hot. And so it's nice to have a little bit of this mixed in your forage for July, August, first part of September, is when your cool season grasses aren't growing. The big blue stem just like, this is our time to shine, and here it comes. And we're starting to see quite a bit of big blue stem just come in naturally on our farms, but you won't see it unless you get the longer recovery periods. You've got to get 60 days minimum to see big blue stem. And the very minute I started lengthening my recovery periods in the middle of the summer when it got hot, instead of staying on a 30 to 45 day rotation, I started to see big blue stem appear. So I'm guessing you all may have it on your farms, maybe not in the desert or in the west, but it's very prevalent out here. And it covered this area, and you can see it in the road ditches today where people aren't grazing or they're not mowing or plowing. The road ditches out here on F are just thick with big blue. And that's what was there, for probably thousands of years. And with our current management, the longer recoveries, now we're starting to see it come into our farm. We love it. See, it can compete. There's fescue all around that thing, but it came out and it's expressing itself because it's got a deep taproot and it likes growing when it gets hot, and fescue doesn't. So it's got a competitive advantage in the summertime over all the other plants. There's another one called Indian grass. We've got some of that. And then, of course, our old standby is Eastern gamma grass. Eastern gamma grass was drilled on the farms that we have. It wasn't there naturally, but who knows? Maybe there's seed back in there, in the seed that was put down hundreds of years by the buffalo. But anyway, I'm going to sign off, and everyone on the way out, hit that subscribe button on a beautiful July morning. We're happy to be out here with the cows, and we'll see y'all down the road.